That's
right.
Got dropped, right?
What it do? What does it do? It don't do nothing.
The canvas.
Nigga, I fell over my feet. Nigga, I fell over I tripped up. Come on, be real, bro.
Tonight, nice shot. Tonight, nice shot. Tonight, nice shot. Top.
What's up, boxing gang? You're now tuned in to Raw Boxing Magic, and I'm back with another video. So here we have Regis PROGRAIS saying that he wasn't really knocked down, that he just tripped over his feet. When DEVIN HANEY insinuated that Regis PROGRAIS didn't have a chin because he hit the canvas his last fight. But again, Regis PROGRAIS is saying that he just got tripped up over his feet. But during the post-fight interview in his last fight against Zorilla, he admitted that he was knocked down.
I mean, I know he had the right hand. Yeah, that was a good punch. Yeah, that was definitely a good punch. He caught me with it.
Did you feel that was a knockdown in the first round? You guys got tangled up towards the end, but he hit you with the straight right hand before you both went to the canvas.
Well, looking at it now, it looked like it was a knockdown. To be honest, looking at it, yeah, it could have been a knockdown.
You said.
So by this, I'm sure you can tell Regis PROGRAIS just not being consistent in the things that he's saying. He goes on to say that his feet got tripped up. We can all see that it was an official knockdown, but they didn't call it. It wasn't a push, it wasn't a slip. He got hit on the tip of the chin and his legs was already buckling and going down. Not that it means anything that anybody can get knocked down. But to admit it in the post-fight interview and then later on say, oh man, I just tripped, you're not being consistent in what you're saying. And it just seems like Regis PROGRAIS just has to keep coming up with these narratives to psych himself up for the fight. He has to believe in something in order to give him the confidence to be able to produce on the night of the fight. And if that is so, I'm not even against that. Brother, do your thing. Whatever you need to psych yourself out, or psych yourself up to meet the occasion, by all means, if that's what this is, do it. But one of the narratives I want to talk about now is him saying that the only reason DEVIN HANEY took this fight is because he looked bad in his last fight against Zorilla. Now, I want to go into the proof that he's contradicting himself, because 1 minute he says they were been supposed to fight, or they were already going to fight. He knew they were going to fight when DEVIN HANEY was still signed to Top Rank and right before he signed to Matchroom. But I'll let Regis tell you.
Reached out to Eddie to fight you before your last fight, so why do you believe he only wanted to fight you solely because of your performance?
That's what he said. I mean, I feel like I definitely, listen, bro, I feel like if I were to blast Zorilla out in the 1 or 2 rounds, I don't think he would have fought me. You know, now he said he reached out before that. I don't know. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Maybe he would have, maybe he wouldn't. I don't know. But I think, you know, the Zorilla performance definitely had something to do with this.
But then you go on to say at the media day workout that you guys were always supposed to fight, even before the Zorilla fight. So that means when DEVIN HANEY said he wanted to fight you, he was going off the fight that you actually had before the Zorilla fight, right? And didn't you knock out that last dude that you fought before Zorilla? So if that's the case, how can you push that narrative that he's scared because if you would have knocked this guy out, he wouldn't have fought you? That makes no sense, because he was gauging you off of the performance before the Zorilla fight. So you got to make it make sense, man, and make it consistent, because it's not lining up. Now, if somebody come look at this.
He told me you're going to do this, you're going to fight this dude in New Orleans, and after that, you're going to fight DEVIN HANEY. He told me that. This was before he even knew about DEVIN HANEY coming back to Matchroom. DEVIN HANEY was still with Top Rank at the time.
In the midst of all this, DEVIN HANEY was in, I wouldn't even say negotiation. He sent the offer to Shakur Stevenson, and that was just purely from pride. Getting the crown and wanting to defend the crown because a guy called you out, knowing that you can't make 135. But because of your pride, you will make an offer. So there you have it. Regis PROGRAIS knew by talking to Eddie Hearn that he was already set up to fight DEVIN HANEY before the Zorilla fight. So the fact that you say he only accepted the fight because you looked bad against Zorilla, it makes no sense. See how you're not being consistent with what you're saying? Somebody come look at this. Am I not speaking facts. I mean, by now, y'all should know my temperature. I don't do no faking or no frauding. That ain't my texture. This is raw boxing magic, and we out of here.